Perfection is a moving target. It's been a long journey, and there's been so many things that have buried this dream over time. I never thought that there should be another exotic car on the market. It was my own interpretation, my own dream of having my own brand of supercar, not looking at what anybody else was doing out there, not competing against anybody else, but except the person in the mirror. Growing up, I always took risks, but this was different. And now I have a wife, now I have kids we adopted, there's responsibility. So the sacrifice was giving up my salary, a good job, stability, everything that I had worked for, I gave it up for this. I don't look at the odds against me. You know, when you're a kid, you don't think of how something's not gonna work. You don't think of how something's gonna fail or that you can't fly or do something crazy. I'm looking for people that will say, this is how we can figure it out. This is how we don't quit. This is how it's gonna be a success. This is how we're gonna overcome this and make it. Because when you have that mindset, you will go the distance, and I'm gonna go the distance. I'm Johnny Martinus. I am the founder and CEO of Martinus Automobile, where we build rare earth supercars. Martinus Automobile goes back way further than now, and it really starts with like seed that was planted. I grew up in a really good home. I have two very wonderful parents that love me dearly, and I had a great life growing up. And my dad was very mechanically inclined. You know, he was an engineer, so he would work on the cars, and I would watch him work on cars, and he would talk about, you know, us getting a car to restore together, and he always was fixing things himself. And so I would see him under the car working on it, and then I would be under my wagon with a little wrench pretending I was like my dad. He gave me the opportunity to really grow in that mechanical mind. He gave me, at 5 years old, a soldering iron, switches, wiring, a hand-built, or it became hand-built, like a radio from scratch that I built. And so I look back now and I'm like, wow, like that's incredible that he saw that in me, because like I could not imagine giving my kid, even my 13-year-old, a soldering iron. But like I was able to articulate it. I understood it. I literally was wiring at 5 years old, like building robots, building things. And so he gave me the environment to grow, to expand on that kind of mind. He was a really true beginning inspiration of having the mechanical understanding, thinking about how cars are made, how they work. And I learned a lot from him. But later on, my parents got divorced, and it was definitely very hard on me. And I remember my mom got us this really nice little apartment, but the apartment was sunken down, like the earth had been removed and they like put an apartment down there. So you kind of had to take stairs to go down into this apartment. And I remember I was really sad, and I was just, didn't really know how to find my way. And I don't know how, but somehow I got a hold of a DuPont registry car magazine. And I just remember like I would lay there on the ground and I would flip through these pages and I would just look at these cars, and I just thought, wow, these are beautiful. I didn't really fully understand what they were, but I'm like, these are so cool. But those cars really did inspire me and think like someone put the energy and the time to make these incredible things. And I want to be part of something like that one day in my life. I want to do something beyond this wall that I see in front of me. One day I'm going to do something incredible. I'm meant for more. When I was 15, I already had this dream, and I grew up in the 80s, and I was born in 82. And so there was analog stuff. There wasn't a lot of technology as far as like digital things. And so I always had an appreciation for it though. And I think again, that era that I grew up in, I like the analog. And so I started sketching my first cars, the two cars that we have, the J01 and we have the Aura. I sketched them, and they were absolutely awful. But here's the thing. If you stay persistent, your persistency and your will, your wit will catch up to your dream in the sense of your skills, or finding the people that have the skills to match that wit. And so I sketched these cars and they were awful. And I kept drawing and drawing and drawing them, trying to get something that I just thought was what was in my head. I never looked at any other car. And most designers, they have things that inspire them around. They have really cool, iconic cars. They have all kinds of stuff. But for me, it was really more so like moments. I want to design and build a car that's timeless. The time period itself of like the Le Mans race cars, I love that era of time. And I feel like probably there's aspects of that time in the car itself. I'm presenting to the world my best version of a car. Beauty is subjective, but it's my interpretation of it. And I believe that there will be enough people out there that will like it. I want to capture that moment in our cars to inspire not just people in their dreams, but just people that are drawn to it and appreciate the artistic designs within it and the engineering aspects as well. Being in the oil and gas industry being a car person, I always moonlighted more so as a corporate person, but always a car person at the core. And anytime there was an opportunity for me to learn something in the industry, I absorbed it, I thought about it. As I grew in my career, I went from managing car fleets to scheduling hopper cars and tank cars at plants. But I looked at all these things and I kept learning and growing. And as I got out of the more refinery side, I ended up getting a job in professional development, which is HR. And now I know what you're thinking, like, how does a guy that is into cars, designing cars, engineering cars in HR? And that's the question I get asked a lot, even to this day. But it was an interesting role because I made it my own, and it really helped me flex on my skills and my strengths. If anyone ever tells you work on your weaknesses, I disagree 100%. Work on your strengths. Your weaknesses will only get you a little bit stronger, but your strengths, you can flex hard, and I flexed hard. And so I got into public speaking, I got into building content and looking at ways that I could get into cars. God has a funny way of working or course correcting you. And in my life, that just kept happening to me. And there were so many people that kept speaking into my life that I should just go for this dream. And I'll never forget, I was walking with my son in the neighborhood, other side of our neighborhood, and there was an older gentleman sitting on a lawn chair in his front lawn, and he had all his garage door bays open, and he had like really nice old muscle cars, and he had a Dodge Viper, which my son really likes. And so we walked up to him, we're like, hey, would it be okay if we looked at the cars and if my son sat in your Viper? He's like, yeah, of course. And I just start talking to him about my dream about this car company. Finished talking, and my son and I start walking, and we're walking away, crossing the street. And then this older man shouts out to me, goes, hey, would you rather be known for the man that worked for a corporation or the man that built his own car company? And man, that just like hit me hard in my heart. It was powerful. My wife has been, my biggest advocate for this. And I'm thankful to God that I have such an incredible woman in my life. And she has supported me through this. And she kept encouraging me, just go for this, go for this. I thought, if I'm gonna do this, failure is not in the playing cards at all. There's this incredible scene in Batman: The Dark Knight Rises, and he's been put in a prison, and he's in this prison and he needs to climb out, and there's a rope, and so he ties the rope around him and he keeps trying, he keeps falling, and he gets hurt even. And this elder that's in there tells him, make the climb without the rope. Because you think about this, when you have no safety line, there is no room for failure. It's all in or nothing. I have to make this climb without the rope. And when I resigned, I got rid of every single certification I got. I threw away all my own content that I created and built from scratch. Essentially, I burned the ships. I gave it all up. I gave it away. I could have started a business in professional development, done great, but that is not the purpose for me or the dream, because I thought if I'm going all in and I'm not holding anything back. I will not fail. I will only find the way that makes it to succeed. And so that is why right now at 43 years old, with 3 kids we adopted, married, and all my toys that I have, I am taking the leap of faith to going for it.
I am Antonio Marinella, the owner of Marinella Design Studio, a company based in Italy. and I studied car design in Milan. I worked as an employee in a car design studio in Turin, where I learned everything that I know. Like 3 years ago, I started my own studio, and I started to work with passionate people like Johnny here. And I met him on Instagram. From his profile, it was very clear that he wanted to create his own company, and I thought that I had the skills to help this guy do it. I immediately saw that he had a very strong vision, okay, and a very strong mindset. But I at the same moment, I saw that his artistic skills were not there. I thought that me as a car designer, I had all the right tools to help him to bring his ideas to life.
At Martinus Automobile, we do have integrity as a core value. I believe that respecting people and acknowledging people's skills and work goes hands down. We want to be treated right, and we want to treat people that work for us right. Someone like me does not have the drawing aspect, and that's where people like Antonio come into play. And he's done an incredible job, and it is not an easy job to actually take somebody's vision of what they're trying to articulate and to actually put that down.
Since day one, I've always appreciated working with Johnny, and because he's a very humble person, and we share the same passion, and I've never felt that I was working with a boss, with someone who was tell me exactly what to do. I always felt that I was given freedom of choice, and he was very respectful and trustful in my skills. He has let me show him that I was somehow capable of bringing his idea to reality.
Anything that anyone does for us, I am so grateful for, and I recognize that their portion is part of this dream, and I cannot do it without these people. It takes more than one person to be able to make a car.
We helped each other to make each other's dreams a reality. So to me, it's like I've met more than just a partner, I've met a friend.
So being behind the Martinus Aura car, the first thing that someone's gonna notice is, which is pretty rare nowadays, is the literal analog feel. Everything is built to last. So that's something a person will notice when you sit in this car.
It blends functionality and fashion in a very original way.
The door actually is on an actuator system, and it opens backwards and up. So I call them eagle wing doors. So if you just picture the car and the doors are going like this. So they go backwards and up and slide back slightly.
It reminds of an animal, it's like which is attacking its prey, There are many tweaks which we as designers use to communicate that the car is moving. It's like a piece of art which is moving, even if it's standing,
You get in the car, it's a 5-point harness, so you feel the actual connection of metal. Everything in the car is titanium, aerospace grade aluminum, carbon fiber, and so you feel that click of the actual seatbelt connecting you to the car.
For the interior, we absolutely refuse to use any screen. The interior is it's simple in a way that it allows the driver to focus exactly only on the experience of driving.
Everything is driver focused towards you. And because it's very analog, this car, you're very connected to it, and the road, you feel the road, you feel everything.
We just want the driver to feel the beauty of and the emotion of driving.
You are the driver of this car. I want someone to feel the just absolute monster power of the car as it turns on, and just feel that in their heart, feel the vibration in the car, feel the emotion. And so I like capturing those feelings, those moments, to me when things were really special and put a lot of thought into, and that's what this car has when you fire it up, and that's what you'll feel. To me, success for this company beyond the numbers, hands down, is inspiration. I want to inspire kids, adults, everyone alike that sees this car. You know, growing up in the 80s, and I'm sure anybody out there that kind of grew up in this era, they would think about the posters on their wall. There was like iconic cars that kids would look up to. And I'm really hoping that this car will be something, again, that transcends its parts, the sum of all its parts, and is something that inspires kids. I really want to be the first me in this. Like, I want to stand in my own lane and show something that I built from nothing. I don't come from money. Everything is bootstrapped, it's self-made, it's earned, it's worked for, it's God opening a door. Like, it's nothing was handed to us for this. A lot of people ask me, what is so unique about your car? What is Ferrari without Enzo? What is Lamborghini without Ferruccio? What is Pagani without Horatio? They are one man's vision, and this company is my vision. And I believe there's power behind it. I believe that having a one man's vision makes these cars that are so iconic, so historic, so special because of that one person's vision. There is no compromise on this car. This isn't about me. This is a greater purpose and a platform that I'm going to use for the greater good. It's just a catalyst to greater things. You know, a lot of times nowadays we want instant gratification. This is going the distance. When I was a boy staring out that window, I could see where this is going to be. I could see the potential. I see what it can be and what it will be, not what it is now. It's going to be an incredible car that I know will be a globally known car.